live.
We are live.
We are
We're
live.
live,
Yes,
and
we
we're
are.
in the Navigant Credit Union Broadcast Center. I'm with Jim from Blueprint 5. We are talking men's fashion and what's hot for spring. We're talking about all kinds of fun. We're obviously already having a good time.
We're already having a good time. And have you been drinking alcohol?
No, I was mouthwash.
Yeah, I don't think it was mouthwash.
No, we're having drinks later though.
We are having drinks later.
Willa's coming on, and we're doing drinks later.
Okay.
So let's talk a little bit about your store.
The store is amazing. The store is at 631 Main Street, East Greenwich, Rhode Island, right next to Thorpe's Liquors. It used to be the old EG Photo, and we renovated that spot 2.5 years ago, and we love it there. It's a nice space. It's a contemporary space. We offer old world tailoring in a more modern environment. We're a updated men's classic store, so things are pretty traditional, but with a little bit of a twist, and they fit better.
Yeah, so you're not just a regular retailer. You really offer some nice upscale, a little higher class offerings for people who want not necessarily just what you can get off of the rack.
Yeah, we're definitely a cut above the rest, which is where I've always wanted to be. Things tend to fit a little better. That's the way I buy things, so they fit better off the rack. And then we have a tailor on site who does amazing work for us. But things tend to fit better. The fabrics tend to be a little nicer because I have expensive tastes, and I wanted to pass that on to my customers. So. Yeah.
And so, what do you think is important in men's fashion? Why do you think having something, a nice staple piece, why do you think nicer clothing is important for, at least maybe one nice piece of clothing is important to have?
I think any guy who goes out, whether he goes out to business or whether he goes out to dinner or whether he's going on a date, needs to look good. It's that first impression that you only get to make one time. And a good piece of clothing, even if it's an inexpensive piece of clothing that's tailored well, looks better than an expensive piece of clothing that's tailored poorly. So if anything I could say that's so basic is that it should fit, and it should fit. So get a good tailor in your life if you don't have one.
Yeah, I mean, just a fitted shirt on someone looks so nice.
A fitted shirt, making sure the trousers fit correctly, making sure they're the right length, making sure they fit the seat right, making sure that the shirt is tapered the right way, making sure the sweater has the right look to it. All those things are vitally important. The devil is in the details. Yeah.
So let's talk about spring, because you would think by going outside it's spring. It's not quite yet spring, but we're getting there.
It's supposed to snow tomorrow.
New England,
I know.
right?
Yeah. Love it or leave it. We're here.
We're here. We're ready to go. So let's talk about some of the trends as we move into spring and what's fashionable.
So what I don't necessarily go by trends.
Okay.
I try not to do that because my clothing is updated classic. It's not trendy.
Perfect.
And
I like that.
And I think that fits New England and it fits Rhode Island well. But we do have updated colors. So I'll have like these beautiful shirts, which we found.
Love these.
These are handmade shirts that we found a factory in Italy that would make these for us. This is a hand-stitched sleeve. It fits better off the rack. The colors, as you can see, I chose these sort of reds because that's important for this time of year, for spring. It gives a guy a little color around his face, but it's not too weird and too funny. The same thing here. We did, florals, these types of patterns. This is beautiful. I have some others that I brought that have a smaller, neater.
Yeah, where's
pattern.
that other one?
I don't know.
Right there?
We've lost it.
I'm gonna go get it.
Okay.
You keep talking.
And
I like that other shirt.
and men
Where'd it go?
are comfortable in blue. What's going on there?
I'm back.
Men are comfortable in.
I really like this one. I didn't want to not show it.
So this is great because these smaller, what are called neat patterns are very important. You'll see more of them this year. This is beautiful. It's just a rose pattern, but I've sold this very successfully already so far this year. I love this shirt. It's just a linen, but it's again made for us in Italy. It's really special, and it just is a little different than a white shirt or a blue shirt. It has something interesting to talk about. And generally, when a guy buys something like that, he gets compliments on it, and he likes it. Yeah.
This feels so
It's
nice.
amazing. It's amazing.
I know, at least with people in my life, they want to be comfortable in a shirt. They don't want to be hot. They don't want to be stuffy, because men's shirts or men's clothing can be really uncomfortable and going like this. You see guys in the office or at weddings just and they can't breathe. So,
I'm all about comfort.
yeah.
I'm all about comfort. I'm all about comfort from the way the fabric feels to how it fits. And speaking of comfort, these pants are amazing. So we're the only store in Rhode Island that carries this line called Masons. And if you'll feel this, there's a very soft feel to it.
Oh, geez, these are nice.
This has stretch to it.
Oh, yeah.
And men...
You never find that in men's clothing.
No, that's not true. Men have finally caught up to women.
Cool.
You guys have had stretch in your clothes for years.
Oh, yeah, I can't live without it now.
Everything I own now has stretch in it. My jeans have stretch, my trousers have stretch, even my dress trousers, which are made of wool, have stretch in them. And
nice.
It's done naturally because of the technology with fabrics and things like that. So comfort is key, fabric is key. This is an amazing blue trouser. It's just a very simple dot pattern, but it looks like a solid. It's a solid that's not a solid, which is a big thing right now, and I love the stretch factor in this.
I like these because they're visually interesting, even though they're somewhat just supposed to be neutral, but they're visually interesting, and I like the cuff, too.
Well, that's just there for show, but
I like it.
What's nice about this
is
this is a khaki alternative, so it doesn't give you that khaki diaper in the back, some guys have. It fits well.
Oh, yeah, I know about that.
Yeah, you know about the khaki diaper. Not an attractive look.
I'm bad at that stuff.
Not an attractive look, but this really is a successful product. And when I put this on a guy, generally he says, "Well, what other color do you have?" And he ends up taking a couple of pairs. It fits well, and it's very comfortable. And my tailor loves working on it. It's a little bit shorter rise. All those things. We try to make shopping fun. And the way I make it fun is I just sort of say, just try this on for fun. And what happens is the guy will go in the fitting room and he'll come out and he'll feel totally different than when he walked in because he's never put something on that fits so well or feels so good. And so that sort of disarms him a little bit and he wants to try on other things. Because that's the product that we carry, that's sort of the environment in the store. The environment in the store is sort of, it's sort of industrial, it's sort of fun, I've got toys around, I've got stuffed animals, I've got all kinds of things around that sort of take the formality of clothes shopping away from men and kind of make it fun.
And I think clothes shopping can be so difficult for men and women because you don't know what size you are, you don't know really what you're looking for, and you're going in for just you know what you know, and that's what you get. So do you encourage people to kind of step outside their comfort zone and try something different?
100%. One of the things I do is I say to someone, listen, this is out of your wheelhouse, but just go put it on. And sometimes they'll come on and say, I hate this, I don't like it. And sometimes they come out and they say, I would have never bought this. I would have never put this on. And that's part of that experience. And when you come in, you're dealing with me. You get me because I'm the guy. And I know the product, and I know how it fits, and I know what's going to fit this guy better than this guy, and I know what pant's going to fit this person better than this person. So I have that knowledge already when you walk in the door, and I try to put you in an area that I think you're going to be comfortable in. And I ask guys questions. What do you do for work? What do you do? Do you travel a lot? Do you have kids at home? What kind of a car do you drive? I ask all those questions because that tells me a lot about how you dress.
So true.
Yeah.
And do you think, you've touched on this a bit, do you think fit is really one of those most important details when it comes to getting dressed and clothing? Do you think fit's probably one of the top things that you should look for?
I think it's the most important thing. If you take a $2,000 sport coat and put it on and it doesn't fit well, it looks like a $50 sport coat. If you take a $50 sport coat and put it on and it fits great, it can look like a $2,000 sport coat. So fit is critical. It's critical, really is. If you're out, and even if you see something on sale and it's $5 and you love it and it doesn't fit, don't buy it. Just don't buy it.
No.
And get a good tailor in your life. Men don't think about that enough. You need a good tailor.
I found 2 tailors that I love, and you can't let them go.
No.
You really can't let them go.
And I'm hanging on to my guy. He's great.
Okay, so let's go back to shirts. What do you say for men who are like, this is just not for me? Are patterns becoming, because you see people who kind of are taking those bold steps, and then you see people who are just wearing the plain basic white shirts.
Right.
Do you think it's okay for people to step outside the box, even like in an office space, or maybe stick to like a weekend kind of thing? Or
I brought these in because I thought these would have a little pop on the show today, but something like this is almost a solid. It's just an essence of color. It isn't really a heavy-duty pattern. I think texture and fabric are interesting. You can wear a white shirt or you can wear a blue shirt, but it doesn't have to be like this flat, normal shirt that you see everywhere else. Find something with a little bit of texture. Find something that's got a little bit of interest to it. And we carry all of that. I believe in having those types of things in the store as well. So,
What do you think is essential for every man to have in their wardrobe?
that's a hard question because every guy is so different. But I would have to say one great sport jacket and one great suit. And then you can build off everything else from there. You can wear a suit with a t-shirt if you want to and a pair of sneakers if you like, or you can dress it way up. You can do the same thing with a jacket. You can wear it with a pair of jeans or wear it with a beautiful pair of trousers. But those are the basic fundamental things that you should have. Yeah, and a good tailor. A tailor should be a part of your wardrobe. Can't say that enough.
I like that.
Yeah.
And when it comes to sport coats, do you prefer black or navy?
I prefer different shades of blue. I don't prefer black and I don't prefer navy. There are so many new blues and blues, the nuances of blues. There's new blues, there's brighter blues. Navy, dark navy, real navy tends to look almost black and sucks the light in. Some of these other blues, the way the fabric is woven, sort of reflects the light out. The color's a little brighter. It sort of lightens up around the face as opposed to drawing in. There's so many blues out there that it's crazy. So I'm not a fan of navy. Black's okay. Black is very slimming. You know, black covers a lot of.
So when you're looking for those,
sins.
when you're looking for those essential pieces, maybe look at those
look
new
at
kinds of blues.
Navy, yes. If you're looking for just an essential, I would say go with navy over black first because it's a little more neutral. You can wear it with more things. You can wear it to more events. Black tends to be a little more evening oriented, a little more formal, or a little more hip, depending upon how you're wearing it. But if you're going to go with a first essential color, navy.
I like it.
And most guys love navy.
Who doesn't?
They're comfortable in it. If a guy likes blue, you show him blue. You know?
Like,
blue,
yeah.
show him.
They're like, don't go with red.
Yeah,
Like, I'm
yeah.
not red. Let's talk about maybe stepping outside. And you said, take some chances. So what, and you said, also, you know, those first impressions are really important. So what are some things if men out there are trying to make a good first impression or trying to look like, hey, yeah, I'm trying out there. What are some things that men can pick up to make it look like they're making a statement?
I think I love the sweater that I have on today.
Yeah, it's really nice. It's beautiful.
It's a full zip cardigan.
Now turn so they can see you.
It's a full zip cardigan. And I
model.
Oh yeah, I'm such a good model. And I've unzipped it a little bit at the bottom, but this is sort of very Italian. This is Italian merino.
Can I touch it?
Sure.
Thank you. Can I touch it?
It's like a jacket, but it's not a jacket. The full cardigan thing, you know, the whole thing, well, it's Mr. Rogers. Well, no, it's not. It's very sophisticated and really sort of world class. And so this is something that you can wear, and you can take this off at the office, or you can take this off at a party. You can treat it like a jacket. So this is something that I think a guy should try. And the other thing I think a guy should try, and this is where I have this conversation all the time in the store, is put a new pair of jeans on. The jeans you've had for 10 years, or the jeans you've had for 5 years, or the jeans you've had since you were in college. It's time to throw those out and try something new. Try on a jean with stretch.
Are you talking to my husband specifically?
I'm not talking to your husband specifically because I haven't met him and he could be bigger than me. But I just think that, you know, try something on that's new. Get out of that status quo thing that I've got to have my jeans from wherever you get them from, and just try something new. Yeah.
I like that. So try something new and just see, because like you said, the technology is changing and developing. So
Unbelievable.
It might be, and does it necessarily have to be that high end, or can you try?
It could be, you know, it doesn't have to be a high-end thing, but technology's changed so much. There's stretch, especially in men's trousers, there's stretch in so many things that just try something new. Just because something fits trimmer on you doesn't mean that it's a skinny jean. It just means that it's a trimmer jean, you know. I have guys come in the store all the time. I had a guy come in the store yesterday. Didn't come in for a pair of jeans, but left with a pair of jeans because I said the jeans you have, someone could get in there with you and it would still be plenty of time. So, you know, try, you know, update, and yeah, just get out of your own way. And the other thing is take someone shopping with you.
That's a good idea.
Take someone shopping with you so you have someone else's opinion that you trust and someone that you like, and someone else's eye that might not be yours, because that'll force you out of that box a little bit.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that idea. So let's go back to your store. You are higher end, and you're offering a sale going on right now
Yes,
that
we are.
doesn't happen very often.
No, it does not happen very often, thank God. But we are in the middle of clearing out some merchandise and getting ready for the new spring goods. I have an amazing sale right now, up to 78% off certain items.
Wow.
I have trousers, 2 for $100. I have shirts, 2 for $165. A lot of the sweaters are half price, so there are some real bargains to be had. Beautiful product, not damaged product. There's nothing wrong with it. We're just clearing things out and getting ready for the new season.
Getting in new stuff.
Spring is amazing. Spring is coming in every single day. It's like Christmas.
That's exciting. Let's talk about some of the other stuff you have. You have this beautiful belt and some socks here, which is it okay for men to wear visually interesting socks, or is it, especially at the office, does it have to be boring socks? Like, I like when people wear socks.
Please, the socks are the one place where a guy can really have a little fun. Even in a serious office environment, you can have a little fun with, some interesting socks. So this is just a take on an argyle almost. And this is a different one with an argyle going up the front of the sock as opposed to on the side.
I like those.
Yeah, they're fun.
Yeah.
And then this belt is
color.
great because this is blue and black. And I love it that it's trimmed in the blue on the edges, but it's black, so that you can wear it with a pair of jeans, you can wear it with a dress pant, you can do all sorts of things with it. You can wear it with this blue pant we brought in today. This is a place, throw on a watch. Guys don't wear watches anymore because everybody looks at their phone to see what time it is.
True.
Everybody's got a few watches at home. Throw on one of your old watches, and that'll dress up an outfit. This is a great accessory. These are great accessories. And it just is a way to add some color into your wardrobe and have a little fun, because clothes should be fun.
And I think that's so true. I was just thinking today, walking around, clothes should make you feel good. They should make you feel comfortable and confident. And sometimes men and women, I often am like, okay, what am I just going to feel like I can breathe in today and
Right.
not feel gross,
Right,
and what just works today.
Right.
Whereas I feel like you should be able to go out and feel good about yourself in.
100%. And to say something about what you just said, sometimes we just don't clean out the things that don't work anymore.
Yeah.
So it's important to go through your closet on occasion, pull an inventory, just take out what you haven't worn in a year or 2 or 3 or 5 or 10. If you haven't worn it in 2 years, donate it, get rid of it, give it to someone else who can use it. Give it to a sibling, give it to an uncle, give it to, whatever. But it's time to go through your closet and check and see what fits and what doesn't fit. And if something doesn't fit, get rid of it. If something doesn't feel good or if it looks dated, get rid of it. And that helps you sort of find out what does work for you, and then go out and get yourself a new outfit. Don't buy a piece, buy an outfit so that you feel good in that outfit. Because it fits you and you feel great in it.
And you feel comfortable and confident.
You feel, it can change your whole day dressing the right way. You can feel more confident, you can perform better at work, you can perform better on a date, you can be more outgoing, you can feel more confident. All those things are true with dressing the right way, 100%.
Jim, thank you so much for joining us.
It was my pleasure.
So good. And so the sale is going on through the end of this month, correct?
That's correct, yeah.
And so you can find Jim in his store, Blueprint 5, in East Greenwich. So come visit you.
Thank you very much. It was a pleasure.
So, and like you said, so the sale's going on through the end of March, and you have great stuff. It's not old or anything like that. You're just clearing the way for all the new stuff. What's some of the new stuff that you have coming in?
Some of the new things we have coming in are a baby lambskin jacket from Italy. We have,
which is beautiful,
which is amazing. A lot of linen product, a lot of casual trousers like this. We have amazing knits coming in from Italy, sweaters, suits and sport jackets. We have another cotton piece from Italy, a jacket that looks like denim, but it's not, and just beautiful, comfortable, breathable, amazing things.
Great.
Amazing things.
Well, thank you so much for catching us up on men's fashion and helping us to feel more comfortable and confident in what we wear. We're going to get this